Yellowstone supervolcano Old Faithful Geyser source of hot water supply has been found, and we're going to take a look at how it comes up. A beautiful image from USGS. It's amazing, but we know that it goes off every few minutes. If it doesn't have that much of a plume and it comes up a lot sooner, we also have the 24/7 webcam, the live camera from the Yellowstone National Park that gives us images, and we can see that area as well. It pans along the area. We usually see the upper geyser basin geysers going off very richly before Yellowstone erupts. But recently, they have told us where the Old Faithful hot water supply comes from. Old Faithful goes off just about every 90 minutes or so. It's the iconic geyser, spewing water and steam about 120 feet high. It's not as high as the Steamboat Geyser, which is the tallest geyser in the world, but that can come up to about 300 feet in height. Now, we know that Yellowstone also has about 60% of the world's geysers, and it has over 10,000 geothermal areas. New ones being formed all the time. Now, the geologists, geophysicists caught a glimpse of the reservoir supplying the Old Faithful geyser that goes off like clockwork. The subsurface images relies on the seismic waves that have been detected, and they're generated by small explosions or by thumper trucks. Measures far too disruptive for a national park, so instead researchers relied on the natural vibrations. They listened for these seismic waves from the gurgling and the popping of the water and the steam as it was percolating towards the surface before its eruption through the ground near Old Faithful. And they used 133 seismographs spread across a square kilometer. With crisscrossing signals, they reveal a region of porous rock 200 meters across, 50 meters thick, just to the west of the geysers, and the team reported this on geophysics research letters. The underground tank holds hundreds of millions of liters of magma-heated water, as is what the geologists believe, and is fed by the mighty plumbing system. Old Faithful is in no danger of running dry. Let's go now to see how it works. It's fascinating. Right here. And here it goes again. Of course, this is not in real time, okay? Because it's, as we said, but you do see the minutes here, okay? Okay, so a new view of Old Faithful's underground plumbing system. This was reported July 15th, 2019. Yellowstone Caldera Chronicles, from there is where we got this information from, and I'll leave a link below for you for this, of course. Since Yellowstone National Park was found, the iconic Old Faithful geyser attracted millions of tourists every year. Old Faithful activity on the surface is well observed and monitored. Our current knowledge of the subsurface properties and processes, such as the depths of the plumbing system and how Old Faithful recharges every time, remains largely unknown. But new research is helping to shed light onto this problem by using seismology to image geysers in much the same way as an MRI is used to image the human body. Here it goes again. There it goes, coming up. Okay. Amazing. And you can see that the temperature also increases as well, as you can see the changes in the colors. Amazing. All right, so seismic signals originating in volcanic systems has often been used to infer the status of magmatic activity. Similarly, active hydrothermal systems also generate observable seismic signals, called hydrothermal tremor, due to steam bubble formation and collapse. A better understanding of the origin of the hydrothermal tremor can lead to better understanding of the subsurface fluid movement. Most previous work, however, has used just a few seismometers, and so does not have the ability to precisely determine the spatial and temporal characteristics of the tremor sources. With the recent availability of low-cost, easily deployed nodal seismometers, however, it's now possible to deploy dense seismic arrays close to hydrothermal features and record high-quality hydrothermal tremor signals. When data from these dense arrays made up of tens to hundreds of stations, as they used here, they are analyzed together, we can image the subsurface. Here they go. It's about to erupt. That's what happens. With unprecedented spatial and temporal resolution, we can get a four-dimensional view of the geyser system. In November 2016, University of Utah, in collaboration with Yellowstone National Park, University of Texas, and El Paso, deployed a nodal array with 80 seismic stations on and around Old Faithful. This was done under Yellowstone Research Permit. The stations recorded a ground vibration in 3 directions, north, south, east, west, and vertical, which can be used to reconstruct the incoming directions of the observed hydrothermal tremor signals. With the dense array configuration, it's possible to identify the tremor source locations. By locating these tremor signals, the fluid pathway of Old Faithful geysers down to a depth of 80 meters, 260 feet, is illuminated. Moreover, the observation provides new constraints on the eruption dynamics and recharge process of Old Faithful. So it's recharging, but it only shows us here, in this one here, from what they know, 280 feet. So here we go, the schematic model showing the cross-section of Old Faithful's plumbing system from the seismic studies. The circles TO to O3 show the location of the tremor source over time and how the tremor migrates upward prior to the Old Faithful eruption. Times between the circles are about 93 minutes eruption intervals, taken from the article Wu et al. Okay, so public domain. So there it goes, the water comes in and it goes up. And it goes up, T1, T0 with 0 minutes, and up to here is at 23 minutes through the rhyolite. And hydrothermally altered glacial sands and gravels is another 36 minutes. So a total of 50 minutes. And then it makes this sort of vertical arm, about 22 meters, about 60, 70 feet. And then it comes up this way. Okay. That's 70 feet. 70 feet, just about 70 feet, it comes out 50 to 70 feet, it comes out this way after 93 minutes. But this does not show us where this is coming from. So where's the source? Okay, so based on the results of this work, Old Faithful deeper plumbing system is approximately vertical between 65 to 260 feet depth and is offset by 20 meters at about 65 feet right here, southwest of the geyser vent. The top portion of this deeper conduit is in the same place as the bubble trap structure that allows the fluid and pressure to build up prior to the eruption, right here, bubble trap. So the main source of the water feeding Old Faithful eruptions is not coming from directly beneath the geyser, but actually from off to the side. And with seismology, we can actually watch the boiling water rise. So as you can see, there's more cracks here and stuff, but you do have, it's a basin, it's a geyser basin. You do have, I guess that's why when we watch, I'm going to put that on so you can see, because it's sort of midday there now, so we'll have sun. You'll be able to see it's not dark. That's why I guess before Yellowstone goes up, you have a good couple of 10-20 minutes when the geysers in that area are profuse with steam. So it looks like, you know, the steam is building up and charging those geysers before Yellowstone erupts. And we see that with the new camera that is able to pan. It's not fixed, you know, the new camera is able to pan. There's somebody there panning the area and showing us the greater area around Old Faithful. So the instruments will be collected. Okay, that's okay. All right, let's go and see what's happening there now. As you can see, hopefully they'll show us the, I don't know if it's erupting, but they'll show us the geyser basin. Okay, here we are. This is, oh, we have a lot of people there today. Look at this, look at this. Here, here. Wonderful, there's two groups, one here, one here. Look at that steam. I think it just went off. I think Old Faithful just went off. But look at this profuse steaming here. Okay, we have our groups are over here now, and we have another couple here, a couple of people. And as you can see, look at that cloud. It's quite breezy, but look at the hanging, the steam is just hanging here vertically over the trees. That's the first time I ever saw it, That's the first time I've ever seen this. It's amazing. Now, this could be snow cover, but it could also be mineral deposits. I mean, even in the summer, this area looks white like that. Whereas this area doesn't, but this area looks white. Oh, it sometimes happens. Okay, so there's quite a lot of steam hanging over the trees, as you can see today. And you can see some more over here. You see something that happens. Every few seconds the camera stops like that. I don't know why. Okay, well, anyway, you see what I'm talking about. Look at that. I think it just went off, and I'll leave a link below for you for this. You can watch it in another hour and a half. You know, turn on in about an hour, and hopefully you'll see it again. If you'd like to join me on my Patreon account, you will hear content not covered by mainstream media. These riveting stories will be based on my research, and I will state my opinions and give my personal insight on diverse and controversial subjects and world events not covered by mainstream media, and not supported by YouTube guidelines. So whatever I have on my Patreon, most of those will not be on my YouTube channel. Please consider becoming a member today. More of the most significant and important videos will be on my Patreon channel. Your support helps me to continue my research and keeps this YouTube channel alive. And we depend on your support, your generous charity, because we help economically challenged families here in Athens, Greece, in Kapota, and we also help the young generation with university tuition and the community around our church. Thank you.